Hi guys, girls, it's Mike, Nick's Fencing and Gardening. I hope everyone's well, keeping busy. It's just another Fencing Friday. It's just me not quite a quick one, but just a pretty simple one. Just sort you out there. I think it was Carl again. He asked a couple of questions. I thought I'd elaborate on them or at least explain them properly in a video. Now, he asked about Postmix, why I've not used Postmix on one of the last videos. I think it was a problem gate. Two main reasons that I don't always use Postmix. I'm not dissing Postmix one bit, but I think just the stone inside the Postmix is just that little bit too small sometimes, and if you've got soft ground, it doesn't always give you a really good firm post. So it's about judging your ground and your area. Now, I've worked the Lincoln area for 15 years, so I know that one end of town is almost like sand and you're falling in it, and the other end is really heavy clay and really thick limestone. So if I'm going uptown, I'll take post mix. If I'm going the opposite end of town, I'll probably take my own mix. Now, I just use bog standard 20mm ballast 4-to-1 to 4 bags of some 4 bags of sand to 1 bag of cement. It's quite a heavy mix. It's how I've always done it. It's always how I've been taught. So it's about learning or knowing what the ground is going to be like, or roughly. You can't always judge it. I mean, I've been to that. You haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to put a fence up. I'm going to put a video up with me putting a fence up. Now, that area is very heavy clay, but it was. I did a fence across the field, and that was horrific for clay and limestone, whereas that one was quite soft. So you can't always judge it. But that is the main reason. And plus gates, I've done a lot of gates this year, and I always find using the heavier stone and sand and cement is a lot better at firming up the post than post mix. Now, I have put gates on using post mix, but yeah, again, you just have to judge the ground. If you're really worried about what anything is like, I think even will do it. You've just got to be aware that you may use twice as much post mix as you initially thought if the ground is soft. So that was the concrete part. Now on to the second question that Carl asked, or it was in the same sentence really, was about how I'm hiding and fixing the panels of the post. I have actually put a video on where I've done this, or did I? No, I think I lost the footage of that with a gate and a side panel as well. So this is basically how I attach the panels to the post. And this is just a quick mock-up. So this is looking down, bird's eye view. Is I create a H post, and I always use 4x4 wooden posts. And then I use the roofing lats, which these are 25 by 19mm, I think, roughly, something like that. So I basically screw these on with 2.5-inch screws, and it creates your H, as you can see it. If you stand it that way, you can see the H. And the panels just sit in there, and I'll probably use a couple of screws just to screw the panel to. These are great if you are cutting down panels as well. So if you cut down a panel and it's not quite right, it looks a bit rough, these will then hide whatever underneath, so you won't see it. So there you go. That's how I hide them, Carl. Well, not necessarily hide them, but that's how I attach my panels. And it may blend it in a little bit, but there you go. I hope that clears it up for you, mate. And another one, because I've done a lot of gates this year, and just to clarify, yet again, some slang and language that I may use and you may not understand, is clapping strips. So that's a wall plate with a 2x1 on it. So when you look at a gate and you've got your gaps down the side, you leave gaps to expansion, decrease, and obviously you've got to open the gate. It hides that as well. So it hides the gap. So if you're looking at the front, so I'm behind the gate, you're in front and you're looking at me, this will basically hide that. And it gives it some, it's the right word, it won't be security, but safety net. So if the gate swings in the wind, if you leave it open and it comes, it's got something to hit to, basically. So that's it. That's what's called a clapping strip. I'm hoping to think of something a bit better than this for next week. I am putting a few videos out. I was going to put them all into one, but as you'll see on the next video that I put out of, it's about roughly 4 meters of fencing. It's 30 minutes long itself. If I put all them together, you'll get bored silly, because it'll be about 3 or 4 hours long. But it was how the weeks went, because like I did, and I have done for gardening, following me on and around. So I did a little short clip of each video, or of each garden, should I say, and then put them all together, and it was about 15 minutes. If I did this fencing, you're looking at a few hours until you get bored. So I'm going to stop waffling, because as I always do, and now I'll see you on the next one.